Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Another episode of the Insight Podcast. So today we've got two guys. Got another three-way happening on this one. So I think this is only the second time I've had one. Yeah, third time. Oh, fuck me. So yeah, we've got the guys from Luxury Space Projects. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, boys, tell us a little about yourselves. You got two of yous. Tell us about what you guys do, what part you guys play, and how you got started, and we'll just start to fucking unpack everything from there.
Cool, man. Well, I'm Thomas, and this is
Dylan, for the ones at home.
Yeah.
Dylan. So two good mates. Been running the company now for about 10 months, hey?
Coming on to a year,
Yeah.
to a year. And how it started was we're at a renovation company, and every lunch we'd sit down and just say, why are we doing it? Why aren't we doing it for ourselves? And Tom started bringing some things into fruition, and, push come to shove, here we are.
So there's a lot of fucking stuff that I want to go back to. So talk to us about the contextually, like where you guys were at that particular point before you made the jump. Because a lot of guys will go, there's a couple of things. One, the current market at the moment, it's hard within business as it is anyway. So a lot of guys are like, why the fuck would they even start a business in this market? So you guys aren't far off it, being a year out. So, were there kids involved in this? Were you guys full-time? Who was more scared? Like, were you guys having the thoughts, how the fuck am I going to pay my, if there was mortgages or what bills, just, everything that goes through your fucking head?
So basically, I was at a crossroad, in my personal life. Had a death, went back to New Zealand, wasn't sure what I was going to do, came back here for work. It was a schmozzle, the company we worked for.
Yeah.
So basically, I was just like, I'm either going to move back to New Zealand or we're going to start up our own gig here. And literally within a week, I went into the office, quit, took the apprentice, which is actually my apprentice, and we just started it. We just sent it.
Yeah. What were your jobs? What was the, did you already have
house remodels, bathrooms, kitchens?
Did you already have work booked in? No. Or were you just fucking raw dogging it the whole way?
Straight raw dogged it, man.
Yeah.
I basically started acting and performing in a company structure, even with me and an apprentice.
Yeah.
And just started reinvesting every single dollar. I started it with $0. When I bought trays for our utes because we had trailers.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. I was trying to get Dylan to come from the jump, but he was.
Okay, so you jumped first. And then you were just guns blazing, fuck it, let's go. Yeah. Just throwing shit, just going.
Just kind of subbing for the same company for a few weeks.
Yeah, and then obviously just picking up whatever other stuff.
So as you said, there wasn't any mortgages. The reason why I stayed is because my wife and I, we wanted to buy a house and I needed those pay slips, and Tom just went, and then I stayed, and couple of weeks, month later, the company went into liquidation, and
yeah.
And then said, bro, just come, start tomorrow. And then at the time, the apprentice was a subby to me. So then we were just going to, stay sole trading for a while. But then once he came, we just formed the company and put them on pay slips and got it rolling.
Yeah. And then obviously you weren't paying yourselves $4,000 a week.
No.
No, What do you mean? Mate, you started a company. You should have been driving a fucking 79 Land Cruiser.
Bro, to the point where there was weeks where I'd make sure everything was paid for, and then I'm looking at my bank account. I'm like, fuck.
How does it work? Yeah, there's still nothing there.
Missed the car payment.
Yeah,
and then that only lasted a couple of weeks, and then we just started just building momentum, and started just hiring boys that we had worked with in the past, and.
Yeah, well, before your move to, went to New Zealand for, your close family friend's death, what I was saying before, we would have lunch and say, why we do it? Why don't we do it? Because the company where we were working at, the subbies weren't getting paid, the clients weren't getting answered.
So it was already
we were answering and, doing the best that we possibly could.
Yeah.
Because we're in those positions too, we were the only chippies there. We had a couple of apprentices, but we had control of the jobs and booking and scheduling of the trade. So we'd call up, the waterproofer and be like, hey, mate, it's 6 o'clock. We've just finished sheeting this bathroom. Are you still good for tomorrow morning? No, I'm not coming, man. I'm owed X amount of money. So then we could
it's
see
always
the
a shit feeling, right? When you work for a company, and I'm lucky enough that I think in the last 15 years that I've seen construction, I've probably only come across maybe two not even like I've been full time, but in those environments where you're working and like so you hear that comment, and it's just fucking shit. Like and then what are you gonna do? You're gonna get mad at someone for not rocking up because they don't get paid. Like,
well, that day in particular, like it was about 4:00. I'd finished framing up my own job, and then he was sheeting by himself solo. So I'd shot over there. It's just in us, man. Like we just have each other out. We're trying to help the company catch up on payments, hit stage payments, etc. And then it's just like a kick in the guts for us too. And then, because we're all friends with these companies and other trades and stuff.
I was about to ask that, right? So like the company that you were working for, was it more of a friendship reasoning for you guys to stay around? Like you would have obviously seen the blood in the water.
No way. No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No. Definitely not a friendship with that employer.
Like, were you worried that you guys weren't going to get paid? Like, fucking...
Oh, we lost super. We've both got over 10 grand. We'll never get back in our super, gone.
I was constantly checking it, on the ATL app because, other subbies that would come across said, like, check your super, man. Like, he's well known for not paying it. And I even, like, approached them many times and had it out with them in the office about it and that we're trying to help. And I just seen the writing on the wall. I'm not sticking around for this. I'm out of here.
Yeah. And then not long after that anyway,
and we all came and took off.
Fucking hell,
sort of like a bad breakup with that, with the trades we took them, we gained them in the breakup. But
also, you know what I mean? Like, it's obviously you're not doing anyone dirty because there was no fucking work there anyway.
No.
We even tried to take over jobs, man, and see if there was enough money left in.
Like speak to the clients directly and say, hey, listen, this guy's fucking gone.
They reached out to us.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
sweet.
And we worked with one closely at Kangaroo Point, and that was we didn't end up. He ended up going with the QBCC to finish that job, but that was just, I really wanted to do that. Like started off with a company that, took all of his money and hit the gap. And, we formed our own to finish that. So that would have been a good full circle moment for me, but we couldn't get there.
Yeah, we wanted to try and pay some of the trades back if we could allow for it.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out, so.
Yeah. So he's officially shut his doors now.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a year ago now. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, a year ago. When the liquidation started, it would have been.
All right. So that's how it probably started. By the sounds of it, it was basically you guys just taking the fucking ultimate leap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think a lot of guys get it a little bit confused and they overcomplicate how people start their business. Like ours, like mine was literally no different. It was just fucking subbied for a little bit. And a lot of guys want a special formula. How do we do it? Do we subby? Do I go advertising? Do you not? There's no fucking special formula. You just need to get money in the fucking door. So like for me, it was, subby. And then I would go and quote contracted stuff, bathrooms, decks, pergolas, whatever the fuck I could at that particular point in time with my license. I would quote that in between, pick up one, do it, go back to subbying and just literally float like that until it got to the point where, it was too busy or I'd bring on an extra guy that could then help with the contract stuff. And maybe I had to drop off the subby work for a bit and focus on the contract. Like that was it. And I think a lot of people, they sit there and fucking overly complicate it and just be like, oh, I haven't got enough work in the pipeline. To be honest,
that's what I should have done. Like that's a great way to go about it. But I'm just too gung-ho, man. I'll just back it with everything I have and it is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, well, sometimes you got to. So talk to me now around your apprenticeships and how you guys, because you're mates now, were you guys friends before you started working with that company or did you guys become mates at that company?
No, prior to that company. I've only known Thomas for 2 years.
Yeah. So we met the company.
Fuck hell, boys, you're quick to get married. Jesus.
We're
business partnership.
Yeah.
Well, I met him at the prior company to that one.
Yeah.
And then I'd left, shit went down. Brought him over to the company that went into liquidation. And we'd always just spoken, hey, like, if we were to ever do it, we'd only do it with each other because, like, we just get along so well. We've both got pros and cons.
Yeah.
We both share the same, like, moral compass and whatnot. So,
pretty much sort of same background, same upbringing. Clicked instantly. And
both half-caste Māori boys, raised with single mothers sort of vibe. So.
Yeah. But I think that's probably it, right? It's like that's the special formula that you need. You need people that has the same sort of values as you because when business fucking hits the fucking fan, it's very easy for someone to change their values and like, oh, let's fuck this guy and not do that. But if you hold yourself and you're like, no, we're going to do the right thing, like we're in it for the long term, not the short term.
Yep.
That's how it works. Because you see, so like I think we have Kim and her, the guys from CRA, and I spoke to them around that as well. Like, different story. They are actually married, but like, they're in a joint partnership together.
Yeah.
And it's rare, dude. I'll be straight with you. It's very rare. Like, when it works, it's magic. Like, you can accelerate 2x, 3 times as fast than anyone else. But when it doesn't, it can fucking burn you just as fast going the other way.
And that's pretty much what we're doing now. We're just accelerating at the moment.
Because you do. Like, for me, I had my wife, but then we were raising kids as well at the same time. So it was like,
and that's a job in its own.
that's it. Like, I couldn't, it's very hard. I take my hat off to people that can do it. But like, I've witnessed guys that do have great partnerships in building, and bro, the only way that they get from A to B that quick is because they've got 2 guys that are driving the fucking thing at the same time.
Yeah, well, for instance, like, we got to Christmas, so our first Christmas, which was the hardest fucking time for the business.
Talk to us why. Say why.
Yeah. So all the bills are coming in. Obviously, we got to pay some holidays and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it was rough, man. We were doing a bit of contracting for a little bit. For volume builders and whatnot, as we were, getting our license and stuff sorted.
You got to do what you got to do. Yeah.
Yep. And then we sort of had the yarn at the start of the year, like, man, like, we either gonna shut this down like this week, or we need to make shit happen. And we decided to sort of, delegate roles. So I'll just quote, when organised, and then Dylan will site supervise and run the team. And
still on the tools if need be.
Whatever you got to do, to get the job done. Yeah.
And it's just, honestly, it's just skyrocketed since then.
Yeah.
Once we pick those, that's Thomas's lane, that's my lane. We've just gone up. My biggest thing too was not being pedantic, but just for quality, like, I needed to let go and trust our boys to make sure the quality was on point. It's still right now a bit of pill to swallow for
broken
me.
record player sometimes, brother.
But that little like thing of like letting go of the reins a little bit. I feel like you go like in and out of that. Like, within business, it becomes like that. Like, when you start out, you're so strict, best quality, best workmanship. I'm the best fucking builder in Brisbane. Like, that's the thing. And then as time goes on, you naturally have to let go of the reins to allow good people to stay, because like, you hire someone that's a good chippy or a good manager or a good operator, like supervisor, whoever it is, they're not going to fucking stay around with your company if you're a micromanager. You're not fucking, you're not Apple, you're not fucking Jeff Bezos. Like, they're not going to stay. You just, it is what it is. So they'll leave and go somewhere else. So you go through that period where you got to let go and be okay with your quality dipping and efficiency dropping and money not coming in as fast as what you like. It's going to happen. But then what happens is you then regain tension again, you tighten it up again, and you go, all right, sweet, now that person, let's put in these systems and da-da-da-da. Then you go through the next phase of growth, and same over and over and over. Like, I had a discussion with Jimmy Starbuck from down in Melbourne, and he runs probably one of the largest like civil companies down there. I think he does about $150 million a year, and he's got quarries and everything like that. And he's just he's just him, just a guy. I think he's like 44. I don't know how old you are, Jimmy, but however, I'm gonna fuck it up. Like, but anyway, I think he's in his 40s. Fuck, if you're younger than that, I apologize. But I asked him about that, like scale and how fucking A to B, and he just said like, a lot of the guys will look at him and question how the fuck he got from A to B, and it was just that he wasn't afraid to lose money. Like, and he said that's the harsh reality of it. Whichever way you want to spin it in regards to any sort of like commercial corporate language of fucking, I'm not a micromanager or anything like that. He said the reality is growth costs money, and in order to scale, it costs money, and you have to allow people to fuck up on your cost. That's it. So yes, it's not the glamorous thing to do, but when you get people in those roles like carpenters and stuff, they're going to make mistakes. But the guys that grow are the ones that say, okay, no worries, you made that mistake. Let's learn from that. Let's go again. Not the guys that go, you're a fucking idiot. Why the fuck you do that? Fucking, and then sack, and then fuck, I'm just going to fucking do it myself. Like, Jimmy was really good at just being like, okay, like, now he's got like, what, 130 staff or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Just to reiterate, I'm not like that at all by the slightest. No, what I mean is just, I've still got a passion for being on the tools, mate.
I'm the opposite.
Mate, if you were to see,
at least he's honest.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah.
I think I should have shares in Makita, to be honest.
How many batteries?
Yeah. Never enough.
Yeah.
My wife's watching. I won't say. I will not say.
Never enough. Yeah. No, that's good. So talk to me around, so was your apprenticeships both in New Zealand or not?
No, both here.
Both here?
Yeah.
So when did you move? Were you born here? Like, what was the...
I'm born in Brisbane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born in New Zealand, and my mum brought myself and my sister over here 2009, so I was 10, turning 11. And yeah, pretty much started my apprenticeship in grade 11, 2 days a week. So I left school straight into second year, and I qualified when I was 19, turning 20, 2018.
And why carpentry, boys? What was the fucking thing?
I mean,
this is the...
my grandfather, my father, my older brother was a builder in New Zealand. He's actually over here. He's just about to get his builder's license. I've been on job sites, knee high to a grasshopper.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, my granddad was a builder, my father too. But coincidentally enough, I'd met a long lost cousin, so a first cousin of mine that was born and brought up in Australia, but separated from my side of the family. So we ended up meeting him in 2012, and coincidentally enough, he was a foreman of a construction company. So I just got straight in with our family relations there, but meant to be or not sure.
Hey, I still preach it's one of the best things,
100%,
I was very much in the similar thing. Like mine was definitely like in the blood from the young age. Like my brother, he's in the similar, well, he was in the similar space. Now he's a site manager. He's doing his own thing. But it was always something that we were around. Like, would I got asked on one thing, if the tables were turning, it wasn't in my blood and it wasn't one of those things that you could easily walk down the path, would I have picked it? It's tough. I don't know. Like, it's hard. Like when I look at all my attributes now, like I don't know. Business is what I love. Like I do love the business side of it. But as I've grown, I've understood now like the bigger thing of what carpentry truly is.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I know that we build houses and we do this and we do that, but I feel like a lot of guys actually don't understand the importance of what carpentry.
100%. If you don't have carpenters, you don't have houses.
Yeah.
Like you said before in your podcast, like we're the first on site and the last on site.
Yeah. Every single job. Like you're either there putting up profiles or you're there fucking putting in a fucking toilet roll holder. Like
letterbox or something.
That's it. Like you're there from start to finish, and there's no other trade that's like that. I know Sparky's come for me, but it's I just don't think it's the same.
And most carpenters are hybrids too. Like this guy can plaster, like.
And you fucking need to be. Like, you need to be that thing. Like, similar to that place that you're working for. Like, they wanted that.
Yeah.
You would have been doing all that.
All sorts of stuff.
Heaps of shit.
Yeah.
Painting. Like,
painting.
Yeah.
That's one thing we told the boys. If we ever start our company, you're not going to be doing this, that, and that.
Yeah.
All that maintenance bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think it's also a good attribute to have, because you have a holistic, like, probably the one thing that I've noticed with my company now is that as we've gone to scale, it's lost that sometimes it's lost that ability to have that like little, doing a little bit of concrete, and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and that just comes with the business that we run now. I just don't have that luxury to do that. I think when you're much smaller, it's much easier to just go, we're going to do the whole thing ourselves.
Definitely. Because, if there's like 10 square meters of concrete, like you're not going to get a concrete in if the boys can do it, it's a little footpath or...
And they enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like some boys, they enjoy it. We've got a bit of a culture now where guys don't want to do it, but that's just because of the fucking business that we're in. But like previously, 7-8 years ago, that's all we did. When we did a deck, we would do the footings, the concrete, the posts, the steel, the fucking everything down to even staining the fucking deck at the end of it. Where now, not a chance we're fucking doing any of that.
Yeah.
You call us when all the concrete and steel is done, we'll come in and bang the timber work out, and we're not touching the staining. See you later.
Yeah.
But that just comes with over time.
Yeah, exactly right.
So turning the corner, I want to talk to you guys now about, obviously, you know, your plans. Because you guys, I would say, you know, right now you're doing what? Renovations and all that sort of stuff at the moment. Where do you guys want to sit in the market? Where can you see yourselves going? What's your goals?
What I would personally love to do would be buy and flip our own houses, as well as, you know, still renovating for the public.
Yeah.
I'd say that's probably as big as I'd want to get. Like, we don't really want to get into commercial. Like, we're just
so
die
ideally
hard
stuff for
renovators.
yourselves.
Yeah. As Tom said, commercial. I've had a bit to do with commercial. No, I just don't think that's best suited for us. But you know, houses, you know, unit complexes, you know, the sky's the limit. But yeah,
definitely the renovations, just our bread and butter. We just know it like the back of our hand. It's all we've done.
Yeah.
Or all I've done anyway.
And the Brisbane market at the moment is hot.
Very hot.
Yeah.
Very hot.
Yeah.
We have no issue getting work, which is good.
Yeah. I think the biggest issue is getting guys and getting good guys. It's fucking...
We thought we'd have an issue getting all the apprentices, but we've actually got 3 now.
Yeah.
Super good individually. They've got their own pros and cons.
Yeah.
Now we just need another tradie.
Yeah.
We've been scoping out a few that we know because we don't want just anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got to pass a few like rigorous tests, and you know, the guys that we have, unreal. All of them, even the apprentices, just for their skill sets,
loyalty,
accountability. Yeah.
And we also presented to them about a month ago. Had a meeting. Presented to them sort of like a company projection chart, and a bit of an overview of positions in the company that everyone can work towards. And when we hit X amount of revenue, it'll unlock these positions so everyone can move up the food chain.
That's good.
'Cause at the moment, you know, he's doing like 3 job roles. I'm doing like 4 job roles. So kind of, you know, putting that vision out there. I also created a document for our boys to fill out of where they want to see themselves, their salaries, what they enjoy about the company, what we can work on. And that really like lit a fire in them, and it was good to have that morale.
Yeah, that's so important. Like, to do it when you're smaller is so much easier than trying to do it when you're larger. Like we, I think we've got, I don't know, 6 people or something in the management team, like not including me. And all of them, bar the office ladies, have come from internal. Like they've all worked their way up. I haven't had to employ externally. So for a business to do that, I advocate for it. Like, and we've got like, I pay consultants and stuff, and they fucking tell me about business and like da da da. And even they say the best thing to do is always hire from within, like because they bring in the culture of the company. That's where it's very hard to, when you hire externally, you have to, yes, they might come with that, but you have to then teach them the culture.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, when guys come across and they say to me, hey, I'm looking for the next estimate, I'm looking for an estimator or whatever it may be, I always just pick it apart and say, well, who have you got on your team? Like paint a picture to them, sell them on the vision, tell them where you're going to go. Like, and what you'll find is your staff will just like, you know, they'll step up, they'll want to do more, they'll want to turn up. And I think where I find that the big gap is when, this is particularly to carpenters, is when they're working for a particular company and it's a, you know, owner-led business where they've got they've got Barry and he's the builder, and Barry does 2 houses a year and he's got a team of 4 guys. You will eventually work your way to the point where Barry will pay you the most that he's comfortable to pay you, and that's it. Yep. You're not going to get, like, if you're working next to the guy that you're employed by every single day, yes, there is a benefit of doing that because you get to learn from him. But there is no growth within that.
Exactly.
Because he's not going to fucking give you the keys to the castle. Like, he's still there with you every single day.
And I feel like that's a generational thing. So like maybe 10 years above our age, maybe, like it's almost like they're just so scared to scale or to trust or to let go, like what you explained before. And I don't understand it. Hey, I don't get it. I've spoken to like family members who own mechanic shops or whatever. And I'm like, why don't you just like teach and share and pass it on instead of just, you know, relying on your son or not trusting your son to take over? Like,
not trusting what they know.
You know, and here's little us, like
not trusting your son.
8 months, 10 months in, like 8 staff, like it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. And I think from the older generation of guys that I know, it's like it's either one basket or the other. Sometimes they're scared and sometimes they say like, not so much scared, but like they're just like, oh, I don't need to do that.
Yeah, they want to stay in their lane.
But
Yeah.
what I've also noticed is this is like going to go completely off script, but the generational guys of like, I would say dads that are within this generation are completely fucking different than they were 20, 30 years ago dads. Like if I owned a business 20, 30 years ago, it was very common for me not to see my kids,
Yes.
be at work 7 days a week. That was it. And the wives would not ask anything because that was very normal. When now it's not that fucking normal, right?
Yeah.
So it has not forced us, but it does put a bit more pressure on that if you're a dad or a guy that's in this environment, if you want to go out there and go do a business and be a fucking superstar, go and do it. But you better be able to back it up and also be present dad and everything that all of these dads in this generation have been really good at doing. And that's what we're all there to do. So, and same, it goes for like even one of the biggest things we've brought in with our company is a lot of my staff have kids. So like I flipped it probably 2-3 years ago in regards to structured times. So it used to be a bit of an open slather thing, arrangement where it was like, you want to do 70 hours a week, you can, as long as we get this job done. Like, but it was sporadic. When we had like 20 guys, it was like, oh, you could just fucking, 2 guys would finish at 5, 2 guys would want to finish at 2, and then 1 guy would have to finish a little bit later because he's going to fucking this or that. And the dads that were part of the team when they had kids and stuff, it was doing their head in because they didn't know when they were finishing, or they felt like they were letting the team down, or they just, the guys that could work until 5:30 every single day looked like superstars.
Yeah.
So what we did is we just changed it. We said, no, we're actually going to not cut the hours, but we're just going to say, it's all right, it's a nominal 40-hour week. Here's the structure of the hours that the team agreed on, because I said it has to be universal. Everyone has to agree on the hours. So they get certain hours, and then every Friday they finish at 12. So that's how it worked. And we brought it in, and we thought, fuck, our efficiency is going to go down. It actually didn't. I think we lost like maybe 10 or 15% efficiency. But fuck, we went from doing like on average, every guy, when you look at it, we're doing like 65 hours a week. Now they only do 40. So it's like on the back end, you're saving anyway.
Yeah.
But now it allows the guys that have got external commitments of like sports and all this other sort of shit going on, they know when they're leaving. And their wives, like when I talk to them, they enjoy it as well because they fucking know how strict I am with it. And if they ring you and say, hey, babe, Corey's going to be working till 5, fuck off, he does. No, he doesn't. Like,
that's exactly how we are. Hey, brother. It's like kids come first. Dylan picks his daughter up every Thursday at 3:30. So like everyone knows like Dylan's doing that on a Thursday.
Yeah.
It's non-negotiable. And, if our team members have similar commitments with their partners they got to pick up or whatever, we all know you're going to go do that. It doesn't matter what's going on in the job. Yeah. It's always going to be the following day.
Yeah.
Like Thomas or myself could get a message, for example, our leading hand, I see his text through it. I wake up in the morning, his text through at 2:30. Hey, mate, my son, I won't even stay with your son. Like, we're not going to jump up and down. We're not going to crack whips or anything. Like, family first. And they're one of our big values.
Yeah. And I think that's been a massive shift because, like, even when I was apprentice, dude, fuck, they didn't give a fuck.
Nah.
Kids are no kids.
Yeah.
Fucking,
The way we got treated was just,
You better be.
You're on scaffold. If you fall, you fall before you hit the ground.
So, it was cooked, like, back then. But times have changed, and I think business is getting better now, right?
Yeah, definitely, man.
But the next thing I want to talk to you guys about now will be, I know you guys have got the plan of what you want to do and where you want to be, right? But what has been in the last 12 months, because it's great. I rarely get guys that come in here that's like, I would say fresh, like where they've just taken the big jump. So I want to hear from you guys, like the challenges that you guys have had, that you've faced over the last 12 months. Because it's mad. For the people that are listening, they want to know. They want to know, like, what are some of the main things that you guys have fucking been bad? Like, because you said the start of the year was cooked.
Yeah.
Why was it cooked? Like, did you obviously unpack now the reasons that happened? Was it a lead domino? Was it just things that didn't line up? Like,
I'll let you touch on this one, bro.
I'd say what we were cooked at the end of the year was with our renovations at the end of the year, we're just, everyone's trying to get pushed before Christmas and get everything done. We would take our resources on doing other jobs and, solely focusing on that and left us with, you know, running on empty at the start of the year. And the start of the year, we had to really like sit down, work out, you know, all of our roles, what we're going to do.
I basically had a stress-riddled Christmas period.
Why though?
Because I knew, like, I don't know if Dylan understood as much, because like I knew like where our finances are at, checking our accounts, email.
So you mean like as in like, just for the people that are listening, you mean like as in like progress payments and where you're at with these renos? Like,
yeah, and
you guys hadn't like you hadn't hit a milestone, so you weren't able to get that claim in before Christmas, or?
Yeah, exactly right. And like, you know, people not sending invoices in within a week. So like they're sending them as we're on holidays.
Yeah.
So we're not expecting
it's
it.
not getting paid until fucking middle of January.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I was just constantly thinking about it. Hey.
Yeah. Constantly calling, and, you know, Tom actually did a couple of decisions. We jumped on a couple of like high pages and stuff like that, and just got out there and started
to
quoting
And
out
also like
storms.
creating old school posters with tabs with our phone numbers and our bathroom renovations, like in our local Coles, man, like, because we couldn't afford to spend thousands a week on
Fuck yeah, dude.
ad leads and all this bullshit.
is good. Yeah.
But the amount of leads that generated was crazy.
Bro,
Absolutely
ridiculous.
crazy.
Like I say it now, so I've preached this on like heaps of different podcasts, but I used to do the same thing. So we used to get me and Tamara, I used to buy from Bunnings like a big sheet of MDF, and I used to cut it into 3 boards, and then I would put holes at the top and put like telecom rope through it. And I fucking around Camp Hill, I think Tim he was like one of my first clients ever. He fucking seen, I used to put them up around Camp Hill and tie them to telegraph poles around, and then like just really try to tie them super tight so people can't get them out. And then I used to like even just burn the ends off so they couldn't just untie them.
Nice.
But basically on the sign, I just got a permanent marker, and I used to just put carpenter wanting work, dude. Literally.
It works, hey.
Carpenter wanting work, I put my fucking phone number at the bottom, and then I used to just put them up, and I used to get fucking jobs from that.
Yeah.
Like,
That's probably our biggest lead avenue, man.
100%.
yeah. And it was just, it wasn't like $500,000 contracts or anything like that. It might have just been Joanne wanting an updated on her deck, or she's got holes in her deck that she's wanting fixed. But fuck, like, you know, $1,000 here, $1,000 there, then led to a bathroom here and a bathroom there. And
Because everyone takes ads and marketing differently, right?
Yeah.
Like some people prefer the old school method. It's easy. They see a number, call you.
that's it.
They don't want to go through your website and your socials.
We did
and-
fucking, I think it was High Pages or something like that, where it was you had to pay per lead or something.
Yeah.
A lot of leads was shit anyway.
Yeah.
Like by the time you paid for the lead and actually went out there and did the quote, even if you won it, you're still losing. Like it was crazy.
Yep.
You know?
You know, if you want to do a bathroom, especially on high pages, you go out there, do the quote, and you turn around, what's your budget? Oh, 5,000, it's definitely doable. And you sort of just, yeah, no worries, mate. And
Yeah.
I think you had a mate of mine, Jimmy, from Eastern Electrical.
Oh,
on there.
yeah. Jimmy, yeah, it's fine.
And I remember seeing the clip about, you know, spending an hour going out to a quote, whatever, half an hour there, an hour back, an hour quoting it up, and then you don't hear nothing. Like,
Yeah.
it's fucking devastating, bro, sometimes. Like, you get to learn different people and their characteristics. Are you wasting your time? Are you not? And you kind of get good at picking up those cues. But, like, we've spent weeks on quoting big, massive lift and builds, and then, you know, it just goes down the toilet, and it's pretty disappointing, especially if they're a family friend.
Yeah. I think, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop you right there. We are now halfway through this episode, and I want to make a special shout out to Ideal Group Australia. Without the employees and the company at Ideal, we would not be able to produce this or bring this podcast to you. Now, welcome back to the episode. Like back to that avenue of like the leads, because it's really good that people are going to hear this. So like for me, I used to do the boards and everything like that. Then the next thing was, because I wanted to be the superstar builder, the next thing was getting the draftees, architects, and reaching out to them. Now, for all you fucking draftees that might listen to this, or architects, dude, I swear some of them literally act like they're the fucking prime minister of the world. Like if you try to catch up with a coffee, it's like, oh, dude, super booked out. Like, relax. Like, it's all good. Like, fuck, fast. Like back then, I used to think these guys were the gift of the fucking world. Like, you know, they hold the keys to all the jobs, and fucking, it was like, I couldn't get anything. So like, I remember lining up coffee after coffee and like trying to get out to these guys. And and everything. I think like it did. I got one job out of it. Like it was one, and mind you, the drama that, and I've preached this before, where an architect will price a set of plans and they'll say, oh, what's the budget? And they'll say, oh, it's 500. But then, you know, as you become an experienced builder or whatever it is, business, you would look at that and go, there's no fucking way they're doing that for 500. It's like a $900,000 house. But for me, when they told me the budget on this place at Camp Hill that we did, I priced it to that budget.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, that client got a steal on that job. It was like $800,000 back then. It was like, it was massive. Like it was a fucking huge thing. It had a turntable in the garage, everything, cobbled driveway that was like 20 meters long. Everything. It was massive. We did the whole fucking house for 800 grand. And I'm looking at it going, after it was all done, I'm thinking, this thing should have been like 1.2, 1.3 easy. Yeah. But that was the dumb me, like back then, looking at it. And that was just these architects going in. So for the guys that are thinking about going to architects, like, don't be discouraged. Like, just reach out to them, but, you know, just do what you can do. Like, they are not the God's gift to the fucking world.
Yeah.
You know?
They're definitely not. I mean, like, I do value their skill. Obviously, you know, if you're able to present plans
100%.
to a client. Well, the trouble with us is obviously, because we're in the private market, if we're quoting, I like to just give, you know, a drafted estimate, and then if they verbally accept it, then cool, we'll engage with drafters and designers. But we don't want to waste their time because it's happened. Yeah. So like we'll try and get a deposit, and then we'll start, you know, drawing plans and doing the rest of it. We do need a draft though.
A big thing is when we do a quote,
drafters hit us up.
Yeah. We do a quote and the clients are, okay, with the quote, can I have plans? Can I have, you know, all the renders and everything? And no one works for free. Like, you know.
I'm big on just give us the money. Give us anything.
Do you ever charge for your quotes?
No, never.
Okay.
We may look at doing that the busier we get, but
not for now.
Yeah, well, my conversion rate's quite high, so I don't need to.
That's fine. Like, and this was another thing. This is another, like, for you guys that are listening that want to start, but this is another thing that I went through. So I had a guy that, he wasn't a mentor of mine, but he just ran a really big business, and he was pushing me to charge for quotes. But back then I was similar. It was like, I'm not going to charge for quotes. I'm just starting out. I want to get fucking jobs, right? My conversion was pretty good.
That's your biggest priority.
Yep. Like, that was a priority. And my biggest thought was, if I start charging for quotes, I'm not going to fucking win anything. Right? Who am I? No one knows me. But as time went on, I got busier and busier. And then I think the first quote I charged for was like, I think it was like a $500,000 renter. I think I only charged like $1,000 for it.
Which would obviously deduct from.
Which would deduct from the, so like I used to word it as, you pay for the quote, which is $1,000.
Yeah.
If we go ahead, you'll deduct it, which you don't really anyway. You just increase your margin and fucking hike it. Right? There's tricks to the trade. So anyway, so put it as a deduction against it, and then fucking that was how I worded it. I remember doing the first one, and then they said, I remember the email, it was like, I think it was a lady in Greenslopes. I said, it's $1,000 for us to quote. She said, no worries. Can you send through the invoice? I'll pay it this week. I was like, fuck. I was like, holy.
It's funny the dynamic of clients you get, right?
Holy shit, dude. I was like, this is sick. I was like, I'm getting paid to quote this.
Like, man, I have this job that we've just won, and normally, you know, they don't like to let you know their budget, depending or like. But anyway, I quoted it within their budget, ended up going over a little bit. But they were literally just like, you just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
here's your deposit.
What? Yeah. And then like we get to pick design, organize, like whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you guys going to get any other quotes? Like, no.
And you're like, fuck, my price was not high enough.
Yeah, pretty much. But those are the ones that like you end up building a good relationship with
100%.
Those customers and word of mouth. We're big on word of mouth.
Now,
relationships. So.
And another thing on the other hand, you know, you've got those jobs where you've got those wicked clients that, you know, here's the deposit, do whatever you want on a large scale job, but, you know, on like a 10 or a 5 scale job, they're literally arguing over like how many screws, how many lengths of timber, time.
Uncomfortable sending 5% of $3,000 when people just send us $40,000 and we don't even start the job.
But I think that is the true nature of business.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot expect to go out there and get A-grade clients and A-grade jobs straight out of the gate. You got to deal with the shit. You got to go through it. You got to get busy enough to go through
character
it.
building.
That's it, man.
And we do split as supervisors too.
Yeah.
Been on the front line for many years.
And it's just that, like, it's invaluable with that skill and that ability to know that. Like, because I feel like you really learn like a lot of really good skills, and then you know what clients to work for, what clients not to work for, and then eventually you will get to the point where you'll just vet those shit ones out. You'll get good ones, and then the good ones that you might think are good, you're like, oh, there's still a headache, so we'll go to the next one, and then eventually you will learn. Like, you know, for me, it was a different. We had the clients that used to work for, like the mum and dads, where I went from that space and then I went into the commercial, like in that sort of contracting space where similar, but you need to know like more about the personalities of these commercial sort of guys that you're dealing with, because it can get a little bit fucked. Like, and they're very contractual.
Yeah.
Like, you know, with your Joannes of the world, they don't, you know, oh, what contract? And I didn't even read it, you know? But,
yeah. That's actually a good point to touch on.
Yeah.
We've had a few customers, you know, like hit us up like, oh, are we having this? We're like, no, mate, it's not in the quote. Have you read the quote? Honestly, mate, I haven't. And I'm like, what? And then you get some customers who send you an email pinpointing all these line items on the quote they want answered and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever been annoyed about someone like blowing apart my quote and asking about it. Like, am I going to disclose all your am I going to disclose my margin and stuff? Like, this is another big thing that I didn't realize. And for people that are listening, they might not know. It was quite common when I was coming up in that building sort of space, doing work for private clients, where builders were disclosing how much profit they were making.
Really?
Yeah. Like they would say, oh, I'm making X percent margin. I wasn't a fan of it. And like some builders were even going to the point of actually putting it on their quote and disclosing how much they were making. And I'm like, nah, like I wasn't a fan
because then different people determine how much you should be making of it.
Exactly. Right. So I wasn't a fan about doing all that. Like, and they're saying, oh yeah, but we've got nothing to hide with our clients. And like, you know, we're an open book and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, yeah, but they also don't know how your business operates. Like,
what's the overheads? What's
like, it does my head in. Like, now we don't get it anymore. Like, if anyone ever says it, like, we're pretty firm at that point. Like, we operate how we operate. Our price is what our price is what it is. Like, will we sharpen? Of course. You know, we can sharpen if you want to, and we can do deductions. But like, at the end of the day, this is it. Oh, but we've had this quote. These guys have come in at X, and I'm like, okay, like, do they run the same operation as us, or do they not? Oh, no, but they're still going to supply the same job. I'm like, okay, so if price is what you're going for, then just go with them.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
Water for ducks back, eh?
Yeah. But like, it's easier to say it now. But like back then it was like, nah, oh yeah, I'll sharpen dude to whatever you want, because you got to get money in the fucking door and you got to get
don't get me wrong, I've done it. I've definitely done that.
Dude. 100%.
Definitely done that before. I do it all the time, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like help people out, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard, but we're actually giving away a free bathroom renovation in 6 weeks' time. Announced it a week ago.
Fuck, I don't know if this episode's going to come out by then, but yeah, fuck. Yeah, that's going to be good.
So we've been hyping that on socials.
Yeah. That's good. That's a big fucking giveaway, dude.
Yeah,
fuck, a whole bathroom. I think I toyed with that idea ages ago, but I was like, fuck that.
No,
that's
like, cool. And as you know, like, the average cost of a bathroom. I would assume you'd know.
Yeah.
But we just hit our trades up, man. I was in the shower. I'll tell you the story. So I was in the shower one night, man.
We're all the best thoughts.
To the point where I was so deep in thought, I realized I'd put body wash in my hair.
Yeah.
And like my partner walks in, I'm just vibing out in the shower, and I was like, I've got a crazy idea. And I tell her, then I go to the bedroom, I text him, like, bro, I've got a crazy idea. Thinking he'd be like, nah, man, like, that's not the go. But he texts back, he's like, bro, that is an insane
Let's
idea.
run it. Yeah.
Pretty much like proposed to him, the whole idea. And then I think the next week I started like properly structuring it all and called our trades, and like, yeah, man, we're in.
Yeah.
We'll donate our part. And
that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good. Fuck. I'm going to enter.
Yeah.
100% enter, bro. Everyone can enter.
I'm going to, Nick, for the next 4 days, just spam the fuck out of the post.
Honestly, bro, like seeing some of the entries, man, like I knew it was out there, but it's heartbreaking, some of the stories, man. And
like, some of the situations people are in and living in.
Like these bathrooms are bad, man. Like, feel bad for the kids, but we can only do one.
Yeah.
But hopefully, any of you big time money guys out there, Adam Sullivan, Mr. Evidence.
Yeah, he'll fucking get in there.
Yeah.
No, it's it's a good thing to do, like, obviously, like, without a doubt, like, you know, fuck, I can't sit here and say that I've done anything like that. Like, we do a bit of stuff for, like, just helping youth to get into the trade. Like, that's a big passion of mine.
Nice.
Because I just think Australia as a whole, dude, are getting in, like, we're going to get in a lot of strife, like, with what's going on. And it starts with the guys coming through. Like, we can't click our fingers and invent 10,000 new qualified guys tomorrow, but we can incentivize guys to get into the trade and hopefully stay in the trade, to then baby them to, in 4 years' time, to fill that hole, you know. And everyone fucking, I hear all the news articles about, oh, you know, the housing crisis is this and fucking interest rates are this and fucking all blah, blah, blah. There's all this shit, right? But it all just comes down to the sheer fact that we are not able to build enough housing for the migration that's going on. The growth that's going on. And this is across the country.
And there's no fucking beating around the bush with it. It is what it is.
It is what it is. And everyone's talking about, oh, yeah, but they're going to bring in people from, mate, they're not going to bring in. Like, there's no, it's not going to happen. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Like, even to the point now where it's a dogfight just to get tradies as it is, like, to get good ones as well. Like, it's a fight to get them and keep them.
Retain them.
Because who's offering more?
That's exactly.
That's it.
Bill cards, cars.
They will drop. They will jump. Like, and I put up a post the other day, like, and I got a couple of guys that DM'd me about it, just in regards to, like, the pressures of business of what's happened in the last 6 months, about how you're getting fucked from both sides. Like, delayed jobs and pricing and everything like that sort of probably stayed on a bit of a lull. If you're able to push your margin up, you could. But the hardest one was the massive increase of wages and super and everything else that's going on at the moment. So, like, businesses are feeling a fucking massive pinch.
Well,
so
I called up a brother the other day, sorry to cut you off, man, asking him sort of what he's getting paid at a very, very old company where I learnt most of what I know. And, like, the rate he told me about, I was like, damn, I can't even offer, like, a third, like, 2/3 of that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we're just not ready.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's just the wage, but then it's, you know, a car, tolls, fuel card.
I was so naive to the costs of things.
I was naive as well.
I was that dude making assumptions. Oh, my boss is making a killing off of us. Now I'm in that position. Change my outlook on it. We like to tell the boys. I showed the boys our Xero account, everything. Showed them my turnover, our profit.
And they're like, oh, I'm getting fucking $50 an hour. You must be making fucking massive money off me. And you're like, well, funny enough, I'm actually not making fucking.
Have a look at the screen.
Yeah.
And we don't want our boys to make assumptions like, if they're going to leave, eventually, like, they're going to leave. I'm not scared of showing or teaching too much.
Yeah.
I'd rather help them, you know, pursue whatever they want to pursue. And if they're going to leave regardless, right? I'd rather have notice, have that relationship and respect, and be honest and upfront and open with everything that we spend, charge, make, you name it.
What I say to my boys is, whatever decision you make, as long as if it benefits your family and you go further in life, you know, there's no hard feelings.
Everyone's on their own path. They're on their own journey, dude. They've got their own family. They've got their own decisions to make in life. And, like, I've been lucky in a sense. I've been able to retain some pretty key people within our company. But
some A players, one of
the fucking reels. But I've been able to retain a couple of them. But ultimately, I'm not gonna. You know, people are gonna come and go. And I think we were naive to the fact. You know, we've gone through a bit of a thing this year where we've entered a new bracket, and it's like, in order for us to play in that bracket, we need to be able to pay our guys X. And I have to speak the same. I went through the same thing. I spoke to some guys that were in the same thing. When they told me how much they're paying their fucking guys and their stuff, I'm going, holy fuck. Like, the fuck. But as time went on and I started to lean into that, it was a no-brainer to me. It unlocked just a whole nother, you know, shift of mindset for me to understand, like, okay, I'm now going to get better quality guys. I'm now going to be able to, you know, I have the right now to hold guys accountable and move them on if they're under.
And does that justify that, say it's $20 increase?
It does. Massively, right? But it took me ages to get through it. Even right now, as we sit here now, I'm still toying with that on a daily basis between different teams and stuff like that, like with new hires and whatever. But it has changed my mindset. Like, I will pay a guy great money to come in, right? If he is worth it.
Yeah.
And I'm not opposed to that, because my way of thinking is, one super good guy will replace two really shit apprentices, you know, or two shit qualified guys, and you'll get less callbacks, less headaches. It's just win-win-win.
That's all a business owner ever wants is less callbacks.
That's it, right? It's win-win-win across the board. But where a lot of guys get it wrong is they want to pay the minimal, but yet they're expecting X and they're still wondering why they're spinning. Like it's, you know, they're doing the heading because the guys don't know, or they can't get, you know, they're getting defects, or clients aren't happy, or whatever it is. It just comes down to that. So like from those conversations I had with those business owners, they were like, nah, you got to like, you know, if you want to play the game, you got to pay.
I've got a question for you on this topic too. Before, how we touched on different guys and companies like being scared to take that jump of scaling. Do you think, or actually, I actually know when we were both on the tools full time, like busting our ass to make ends meet, we weren't able to work on the business, and then ever since we decided to delegate the roles, that's when we've really flourished and grown. Because I'm actually able to take a step back, implement these plans, create certain procedures and this and that. And I feel like that's what keeps these older generational guys where they are, because they're working for the business, not on the business.
Yeah, I think you just go through it. I think a lot of guys get, ultimately you've got to be doing something that drives the needle forward. Yeah. I think people confuse what people mean when they say drive the needle forward. It's not like pricing more or selling more, or it's not any of that actually. A lot of the time it's actually about, you know, what's the next strategic play that you want to go, where's the next market that you want to get into, and how are you going to get in there. Who, if you had to pick, I played this scenario out with a friend of mine. I said, if you had to close your eyes and say, who is the key person that you want to work for, or what is the key job you want to fucking do, and let's work backwards from there. So he's like, I want to work on this, I want to do these at this price range. I was like, okay, sweet. So who do you know that might be able to hold the keys for that? Went through them. Okay, sweet. How can we get in front of them? Okay, sweet. When are you going to do it? Like, what's their number? When are you going to line that up? So like that is actually what drives a business forward, not the other stuff. Like for me,
not banging out 14 hour down the tools.
That's it. 14-hour days on tools. That's not the thing. Quality, like, the other thing as well is like quality assurance. People think that that's like business development. That's also not business development. The business development part of that would be, all right, how can I instill a system within the team that holds them accountable to drive the quality so I don't need to check it?
Yeah.
That is what actually drives the needle. So you're trying to become less key people dependency. So you're trying to pull yourself away from the equation to then look at it from afar and go, this is what we should implement here. This is what we should do. Are you going to be perfect at it? No, like, fuck, I still do like variations and bits and pieces, but majority of my time is always spent in the future, like where the business is going to be, like where we need to infiltrate. What's this time next year, or in 6, 7 months, 8 months time, what's the target that we need to get to, and what's going to be holding the keys for us to get to that target, and let's work towards that now, rather than just go here, and then just assume that you're going to get to fucking where you need to get to here. And then obviously once you've unpacked that, you unpack, okay, if we want to be doing $500,000 a month of rev, what does that then entail with, you know, key hires within that? Who are we going to need? What's the team structure? How are we going to structure that? Who's going to come up internally? Who's not? Who's going to make that step? Should I start having the conversations with him now about that? Do we have to go external for that? That is where you actually got to spend a lot of your time.
And for us, it's as simple as doing a company structure on the whiteboard. Hey, that's sort of all we needed.
Yeah,
and we're just slowly chipping away now. Like, might review it again soon.
And I think like coaching was a massive thing for me too. Like I think I jumped on with coaching like 3 or 4 years ago now. A lot of guys use mentorships and all that sort of stuff. I think whatever works for you. You know, I went on a massive journey personally in order to get to the business that we are now, which was obviously I quit alcohol, I fucking changed my life, like got fit, everything like that. I did that personally along the path. And obviously my wife got pregnant again. So it was like, that was another big shift as well. That meant that, you know, I couldn't be on site 12 hours a day, and I didn't want my fucking phone ringing every hour of every day. So I had to put that structure in. Yeah. But the structure costs money. Everyone says, oh yeah, but you're making X. Well, no, your investment, you know, the profit comes way, way after you make an investment. If I put a supervisor on now, I'm really not going to see the benefit for him profitability wise for 6 months. So, that was a big shift as well on how to juggle that and the mentality load on it, dude. Like cash flow, you got your fucking, you're trying to manage everything that's going on. But I think where the older generation, like same as my old man, he was very much in that frame of mind of just, I did, what is it? I made $7,000 this week doing this and I've quoted these jobs and sweet. Closed, done, finished for the week. That was his week every single week. There was no there was a little bit of a thing of where he wanted to be when he retired, but there was no all right, this is where I want to be. This is what I need to do every single year. This is what I got to do every single quarter. Now let's go out there and execute on it.
Yeah.
Just a simple thing. It took us 6 months to implement a new JMS within the business. That was a fucking exercise. But I had to strategically work out what's the outcome that I want. Okay, I want correct job center costings, accurate to labor, right? I didn't want this whole thing about, let's just guesswork it off timesheets and just, let's fluff it in. It was messy. I wanted to have the ability to live view profitability with labor generated straight into a job center and then allocating supply statements to it so I can see the true margin when the job's finished.
Did you struggle with figuring out what systems to use throughout? Has it changed multiple times?
Yeah, it's changed multiple times, right? So we just went through, originally we started out, I don't even know if this one's around. So originally when I was a builder, I started out with just solo assist. Then I went from that to building exact. Then I went from that now to a scorer, which was going to be Simpro. But Scorer just had, in my opinion, it just had better things suited for us.
Yep.
And that was a fucking journey. I don't want to change again.
It's a fucking exercise, isn't it?
Yeah. And I had to get someone involved in that too. Like Brianna, she had to take the fucking reign of that to implement that. We had to come up with a plan.
Yeah.
We had to come up with a timeline. How are we going to do it? Who's responsible for what? It was a whole fucking thing. And people go on about what drives the needle. That ultimately will drive the needle because I needed to see the true outcome of every single job. I still know businesses now that do $60 million a year that are running off a fucking, feel I think we've made money on that. What?
Oh yeah, $4,000 for the plumbing, mate. No worries.
It's fucking crazy. Some of them, and I just came from a meeting with a fucking large builder. They showed me their cost plan. It was the fucking cost plan was just sporadic. I was like, how? I get it. Don't get me wrong. They got to be doing something right because it's working. But for me, I don't want to do that.
No way.
Sustainably and mental load, I'm not going to do that. So I had to draw the picture and paint the picture of what I wanted the business to be. And we're going to go through, we want to get ISO accreditation for key person dependency, which is I think it's I'm probably going to fuck this up. Someone's going to hound me for it, but I think it's the ISO 9001 or something. And you get it. And it's basically it means that an external party will come in and show you compliance. And they'll basically say whether your business is key person dependent or not. If it's not, it actually unlocks the door massively to get into more government style contracts and stuff because the government is not going to they're not going to handball a massive contract to a business that is key person dependent because what does it show? It's just risk.
Yes.
Because you get hit by a bus tomorrow, dude.
Yeah.
Your business is not going to deliver that
car crash or whatever it is. And
it's not, it's not the project will not get delivered because you're out of action. Yeah. So they don't want that. And that's from a risk standpoint. So, there's very select few businesses
most
that
likely
get that.
Different in a partnership situation, I'd assume.
Yeah, same. Well, similar. They want to, they'll want to make sure that you're, they'll want to make sure that it doesn't matter if you've got 3 people at the helm or 4 or fucking 1.
So that's when you enter in the big leagues.
Yeah. But it's but what I've noticed too is I got really close friends that are some of the most successful builders in Brizzy. They operate at that level as well.
Yeah.
Do they still have massive input in particular departments? 100%. That's still their little baby. But ultimately, the business will run well beyond them. It's a fucking machine. And how that's been able to happen is just they've always been looking at the bigger picture. They've paid really good money to get really good staff and get them in for the outcome and drive the vision. Yeah. How they had deep pockets and help and investments and 100%, right?
That's one thing we haven't had.
Yeah, but neither have I. It's not, everyone starts at a different journey.
Yeah.
So, I used to play the comparison game when I started out as a builder. I look at all these guys on the Instagram and fucking, we want to be there. And like, dude, I remember fucking bashing my head against the wall, right? But ultimately, I just learned now, like, you just don't compare. Mm-hmm. Everyone's got their own journey. Some guys got it a little bit easier. Some guys got it a little bit harder. And you just got to go at your own pace.
Exactly right. Sort of what we do. We don't really care what anyone thinks, and we're just trying to be ourselves, especially when you start putting yourself on the social media. Like, worried about how you sound or look. Like, I couldn't give a fuck. I'm a one-take warrior.
Yeah, fuck it.
That is what it is. If people don't like it, don't like it. If they love it, they love it. All good.
Yeah.
Hey.
Or the opinions.
Few bloopers this morning,
A couple of bloopers. Or the opinions of, like, you do something, you showcase something. Yeah. For instance,
you can't tile over that.
Yeah, I've been tiling for 30 years. Oh, you can't do that.
Yeah.
It's all the boomers.
Yeah.
Your videos get a bit of flack sometimes.
A little bit of flack. Fuck.
Well, we purposely
fucking skew it in a way to get flack. But it's like, what I've learned with socials is it just, we went to this fucking boxing bout like 2 weeks ago or something. It was down in the Logan home in Fitzy's.
Oh.
Yeah. Right.
What's the bare knuckle one?
Yeah, I was boxing one, right? Because one of my guys, he's like one of the guys that we employ, he was fighting in it.
Yeah, nice.
And out of all the places in Brisbane that I would have thought I would have got at least someone to fucking say something, it would have been there. A single soul. No one. No one.
Because all the people that comment, bro, when they see you in person,
no one says anything. And it's like a lot of guys get their fucking nose out of joint. And they're like, oh yeah, but you got mad shit. It's like, well, yeah, but it's also it also gets us attention, dude. Like, rightly or wrongly, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I can't pick how there is. Does Nick fucking do a particular job at like making sure he cuts things a certain way to get engagement? 100%.
Yeah.
But if you're dumb enough to fucking believe the things are true or whatever way, like it's skewed in a particular way, well then that's on you.
Yes.
Like it is what it is. So probably my wife is the one that gets fucking annoyed the most, but like I personally, dude, I don't give a fuck. I've never had a hater in a comment section ever leave Instagram. Never seen him out inside, never.
Yeah.
And respectfully, if one of them actually did step out into the real world and say something, funny enough, I'd probably actually respect his opinion. I'd be like, dude, kudos to you, dude.
Yeah.
At least you've got the balls to actually say something.
Exactly.
A lot of other guys, dude, do nothing. Right. And just, oh, dude, look at this fuckwit. Like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? How many people do you employ? What's the, what benefit are you bringing back to the Australian, the economy?
Exactly
like,
right.
Are you giving back to the community? Are you fucking trying to get people into the trade? Like, I know what I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all the staff that I've got, like I say to sometimes when I do get in there, because sometimes I do like to get down and dirty with them, but like, I'll say to them, like, go and speak to the guys that I employ. Go and ask them.
Yeah.
Ask them how much I pay them. Ask them, do they enjoy it here? There's a reason why we are where we are.
Yeah.
So, if all the hate comments were true, I'd be out of business next week.
Exactly right, eh?
Yeah. But fucking hell, boys, we got there, eh? What time we got? Ho. 1 hour nearly on the dot. Yeah. So we're going to close this up. No, it went like that, went really quick. It was good to have a chat, right? It was really nice to have guys, I believe, with the similar sort of value of like starting out, because I was in the same thing, dude. Like, fuck, it's just a slog. It's just, you got to take what you can get. But
I couldn't do anything else, to be honest with you. Like, touching on what you said before with the apprentices coming to the industry, we're very generous with our apprentices. We gifted our first year, our youngest one, a toolbox last week.
Yeah.
And some might say it's stupid, but we actually gave him a toolbox for coming to work on time for X amount of weeks.
Yeah.
Because we'd set goals, he hadn't met them, so trying to give incentives.
Yeah.
To teach them good morals that we are men of our word and we will look after you. All we expect is to rock up.
Yeah.
Another thing too, if I could just touch on that, Tom.
Yep.
So what people, behind the Instagram screens didn't know is Cohen got into a car accident and, he's a bit out of pocket, so wanted a toolbox. And so, that's what we did. And
yeah. I'm sure there was some keyboard warriors and fact.
no, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Also, what you get toolboxes now for coming to work.
Yeah. But wait, it's all fun and games. Like, and I think that's the that's the honest truth. Like, I think those haters that are saying that sort of shit, like, you know, I think I had one comment. It was like, he was saying something about like, oh wait, so you do that with your staff or whatever, and I just commented back and I was like, what do you do with your staff? Fucking nothing, cunt, because you don't have anything. You're not doing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you just they don't. You know, it's just funny. Like, and I just laugh at it.
Yeah.
Like and that's one piece of advice I give guys is like, just don't let yourself stoop to that level. You know what I mean? Like, you will never find, you know, guys that are above you or doing better than you getting in your comments and being like, oh, look at this fuckwit.
Not a chance.
Not a fucking chance. I don't think I've ever seen any of the guys that I look up to in there saying, fuck it. It's always the other guys. It's always, you know, trying to fucking pull you down. So, you know.
And yeah, like you said, when we just started, I think this was around Christmas time, you know, a bloke that we know came up to me and said, mate,
Oh, yeah.
you know, I respect you guys going out and giving it a crack. I respect what you're doing, but I don't respect how you're doing it. And I don't know what he walked off. And
By the way, I
Yeah.
wasn't actually there, so
Where was that?
Felons.
I was like, yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, all right. Yeah, sweet. Did you say, oh, what do you do then?
I just said, have a good night, mate. As he toddled off. And
Yeah,
And then we start taking their stuff.
yeah. But anyway, it's been good, boys. I'm gonna run this back. Like, I think give it another maybe 12 or 18 months. We'll come back and we'll hear about all the new shit that you guys have done.
There'll be
and
abundance of stuff.
I'd love to.
Yeah, fucking no doubt. No
Thanks for
doubt.
having us, bro. Appreciate it, man.
No worries, man. All right, guys, that's it. See you in the next one.